the moment you've all been waiting for. The conclusion of Section 2 about pop culture is decades. Using decades is a very valuable tool to kind of navigate your way around the pop culture landscape of Infinite Craft. Let's back up and explain the series. So if this is your first time watching, please go back to Section 1. That is where you belong right now. Because without this base layer, the first 64 elements here, all the way up to truth, without that, you're going to be a little bit lost in some of the stuff we're talking about here. So please go back to that. I believe that Infinite Craft is going to be the next Wordle. I think it's going to see a surge in popularity once Neil releases some kind of multiplayer. That is where this game belongs. I think it's going to have different challenges that we compete against our friends to try and get to certain elements each day. And in order to do that, I think we are going to be resetting all the way back to the 4 basic elements each time. That is why we are working so hard to memorize these recipes, memorize this format, so you have something to go to when it comes out, and you can be one of those first champions. You can have all these skills before it was important to have them. My idea for pop culture came about when my friends and I got together and we were challenging each other, just like I believe multiplayer is going to be used to create those random elements. And where do people's minds go when forced with giving a random item, a random element? It goes to pop culture. It goes to what we know, what we consume. So imagine someone says Justin Bieber, and you're like, oh, I have something perfect for that. If you guys have been watching, you know you use music to get song to get singer plus internet is Justin Bieber. Let's go ahead and get started here. Let's go ahead and make our decades. We have music. Music is the gateway to a lot of stuff in pop culture. So music and time, but we start with time here. So star and earth makes moon. Moon time, month. Month and month is year. Year and year is century. Now, how do we go from decade? How do we get decade from century? So we have subtraction minus plus, but we don't have divide. Minus I think is what I tried first, because that would make sense, right? Oh, it does work. I didn't even realize that. Okay. So I'm going to change that recipe. I thought you needed division. Division is, hold on, this, nation and minus is division. So I just added an extra step for no reason. Division, century would make decade as well. Music decade is the 80s. Now there's 2 ways to do this here. There's 2 directions to go. We need to go down to get more decades. So for that we use minus. I have to go back to the 40s. Then plus, no, we need decade. Plus doesn't work. Plus 80s gives you Nintendo. There we go. Like this. Alright. And you can find that recipe. I'll update it for you in case that was too fast. So let's get these decades all lined up. Alright, 60s music is rock. But then, hold on. Music family was band, remember? I think, yeah, the Beatles. Let's have band up here too. '70s band gives us disco. '50s band. '50s singer, I believe. We're playing with music with our decades right now. '50s singer. Elvis. So we got the Beatles and Elvis. What about the 80s? It's gonna be Michael Jackson. Madonna. Alright. Let's do 90s singer. So now you're kind of getting the sense. Hey, I haven't seen Blink before. How powerful this can actually be. One Direction. One Direction. And now, look at this. Music and music is song. We can get songs from like all of these. Potentially. No. What? Yes. This'll work. Nope. But man, she wrote some hits. This might do hit too. Oh, rock. Okay. But we got all the small things. That's pretty cool. Alright, so that's kind of music in a nutshell. You can go way beyond. You can start experimenting, trying to get these different genres. It gets crazy. Let's do that with movie now. Movie. Let's get rid of these guys. We'll just go throughout all of time. Look at all this. Greece was based in the 50s? Is that why? Okay. What if you do that? Casablanca. Nice. Alright, and then we can like experiment with actors. Movie. Movie human? Actor, yeah. So, actor for Ghostbusters. These are characters. Monster. There we go, that's an actor. So that's enough playing around with movies. Let's try TV shows. Hey. Dang, Stranger Things has dominated. Lost. Alright. Friends. And Lost and Friends are things that you can use for other purposes too. Knight Rider. I don't know Starsky and Hutch. Mad Men. Look at that. We just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 TV shows just like that. Imagine when you have full capabilities at the end of this course. And you can be like, oh, 2000s, let's do like 2001. And you can get very specific about your TV show. If you know dates and you know years of things in pop culture, you're going to be unstoppable. Let's go ahead, stop it there, pick things back up in the next section. Next section is talking about some additional modifiers that we can use in addition to these base modifiers that are going to give us different things such as action, opposite, antonym, synonym, tool, animal, part, place. Very, very useful things there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next section when it is released. Goodbye.